Hello everyone, and welcome to my first devlog for Tome of Feathers, a game that I've been working on for a month now. Throughout this video, I'll make an introduction for myself, explain what this game is, and talk about the progress that I've made so far. I've been creating games for a few years now, but recently I decided to put more effort into this and make a real game, instead of just creating small games and quitting after a few months of progress. I'm using Unity to make this game, since I have a few years of experience and I'm accustomed to it. For the artwork, I use Krita, which I discovered a few months ago, and to code, I use Visual Studio 2022. Differently from my other projects, I decided to make all assets by myself, instead of taking them from Google. I have very little experience with drawing, which means that all of the art is subject to change, and I'll gladly listen to any ideas and critics. Now, it is time to talk about the game itself. Tome of Feathers is a top-down, roguelite game about a sorcerer who must use its spells and magic tome to survive in this dangerous world. I came up with this idea simply because I love oaths, magic, and roguelite games. The player will need to hunt down certain enemies to be able to make new spells, therefore getting stronger and progressing through the game. There will also be other features such as a story, potions, bosses, progressive dungeon generation, and other things. The game's main inspirations are some roguelike games such as Hades, Enter the Gungeon, and Dead Cells. I started the project by creating a script for the player. In this script, I quickly created a simple movement system. I followed this by creating some basic artwork for the owl and for the grass. I unfortunately still have no animations, but I plan on adding them later. Now, this movement is too slow. That is why I made it so the owl can fly. Because the lack of animations, that isn't noticeable, but it still makes the owl move much faster with the click of a button. Of course, since the player can't always be flying, I had to add a restriction in the form of stamina. Therefore, when not flying, you will recover your energy. This mechanic makes it so the player has to keep a balance between resting and dodging your enemy's attacks. With the movement system done, I started the combat system by creating a health bar. I haven't created any enemies yet, but I will probably do that soon. Next, I made a way to attack. It took a little brainstorming, but it wasn't too difficult to create. Then, disaster struck. Apparently I forgot to save the project, and it closed during the night. This meant that I lost a lot of progress, but thankfully the scripts and artwork were intact. I then had to remake the entire scene, which took some time, but wasn't too hard. This time though, I remembered to save the project. With this little problem solved, I proceeded to make icons for the equipped spells. After a little bit of drawing, it was done. I also created a way to switch between your primary and secondary weapons. Finally, as a last feature, I tried to add some glow to a few things. But that didn't go very well. I decided to leave that for later. So, that is all the progress that I've made in this month. I'm very happy and surprised at how much I've done. For the next 30 days, I intend on creating a complete combat system, with enemies, spells, a game over screen, and more. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that I didn't make it too hard to understand. I'm still very new to devlogs and trying to learn more about them. If you would like to follow the progress of the game, make sure to watch the next video. It should come out in early August. Other than that, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you later.